Michaela Vernava in the Nesson Studios alongside Zach Cox as the Boston Bruins head into their final stretch of the regular season. And Zach, just a few weeks ago, it seemed like the Bruins were a surefire into the Stanley Cup playoffs. But now after losing 7 of their last 9 games, they do still control their own destiny, but only if they win out their next 3 games.
That's true. They can, even with the slide they've been on lately, if they win these final 3 games, all games at home against Carolina Hurricanes, Detroit Red Wings, and Ottawa Senators, they win those, they're in. They don't need help from anybody else. They don't need to have any break their way around the league. Win those and they're in, but lose any of those 3 games and they're going to need some help.
And that help will probably need to come from the Detroit Red Wings, who the Bruins are playing this Thursday. If the Bruins are to lose that game, can they still make it into the playoffs?
They can. It'll be very, very difficult for them to make it because right now the Red Wings are 1 point up on the Bruins in the Atlantic Division standings. That head-to-head matchup is going to be huge. That's by far the most important game the rest of the way. But if you look at both teams' schedules, the other 2 games the Bruins play, Hurricanes, Senators, those teams are both out of the playoff race. Also teams that the Bruins have already beaten this season. And the Red Wings have a lot more difficult of a road. They play the Philadelphia Flyers, who are also battling with both these teams for the final wild card spot. They've been one of the hottest teams in the NHL. But if you look at these 2 team schedules, Detroit definitely has the more difficult one. But I mean, I don't think Boston really wants to have to worry about that. Just go in, win these games, and they're in. Lose that game, stuff can get very dicey.
All right, thanks, Zach. Zach will have all your Bruins coverage throughout the rest of the regular season and hopefully into the playoffs, so make sure to keep it on Nesson.com.